Okay, good. All right, so cut those thirds in halves, and we're going to get 6. Cut the thirds into halves. Half it. Okay, you got to half all the thirds. You got to half all the thirds.
Okay, so
Hold on, wait. We did something wrong here.
there's 6 there.
Now, no. Wait, I think your picture's confusing me because I was doing something different. Okay, go ahead and finish what you were doing.
Okay, so now it's the 1, 6. And now it says...
Okay, so hold on. What does each section represent now? Okay, so when you're doing this on your paper, I don't know what that means if you do not do what? Label it. So write down what this means. So write down 1/6. This is a 6. That is a 6. Yes, question? Well, each is a 6th. That's fine if you do that, if you're combining. But you need to know each section is a 6th. Okay, so what does she use? No, we're not looking for an operation yet. Go ahead.
Okay, so that is my visual because
Okay, so how are you going to get your answer from this visual? Show me what she uses. What does she use?
she uses...
Circle it on your visual.
She uses the 1, 6.
Okay, so sir.
I guess all of the 1, 6.
Okay, hold on. Amy said she's going to use all of the 1/6s. Is that right, Sakaya? It is correct. Why do you think it's correct? Speak up loud. Did she split the 1/7 in half?
I mean, she split the 1/7 into 1/6.
Okay.
And she got 1/6.
And she wants to use what?
She wants to use 1/6.
She wants to use 1/6. So if I use all of them, am I using 1/6? Or am I using what? 6 6s, which is a whole of the 7th, right? Did she do that? No, she used what? 1/6. So just circle what she used. That's all she used right there, okay? Now, keep going.
And then it says how many yards of ribbon did she use of the 6. So she only used 1 yard of ribbon, I think.
Okay, what is this 1/6 of? It is 1/6 of a 7th. Correct? So what do these fractions right there mean? No. What do the fractions mean? What are fractions?
It's the denominator.
Parts and pieces, okay? So here, are we taking, is this whole thing a yard or is it a piece? It's a piece. It's how much? 1/7. So I just took a piece of this piece. And when you take a piece of a piece or a piece of a whole or you're chunking something off, you're taking it away, that is what? Multiplication. I'm taking a piece of a piece. So there is, and of also means what? Multiply. If you can say that, I'm taking a 6th of a 7th. You can hear that multiplication in there. And then when you have 2 fractions, you can go ahead and sit down. Thank you. When you have 2 fractions, Alex, please stop. What do we do to the numerators? Summer. We flip it. Okay? So if I flip it, I do 1/6 times 7 over 1. We don't do the reciprocal via multiplication. That's for starters. But let's say you did that, okay? We'll talk about that in a minute. That's 7/6. So my answer is 7/6, right? That's what you think? Okay. If we don't, some of you are saying go straight across, which is 1/42. Okay, so let's think about these answers. If you do that, you're supposed to stop and say, does this make sense? Right? Correct? Yes, okay. Well, if this is my answer, it is one of the answer choices on the test. Why would 7/6 make sense or not? Who thinks it doesn't make sense? All right, Galena, why would it not make sense?
Because she starts off with 1/7, and she's taking some away, and it wouldn't make make sense if she was subtracting if she was subtracting some and she already had a small amount and she got a bigger amount than what
Okay.
she started with.
Good. Summer, can you hear her? Can you speak up just a little bit louder?
It wouldn't make sense if she subtracted it wouldn't make sense if she got a bigger number than what she already started
Well,
with.
she's not really subtracting because she's not taking away. She's going to use that piece, right? Taking away would mean getting rid of it. So we're not subtracting because we still have the piece. So go ahead.
It wouldn't make sense though because she started with a small amount and she's getting a big amount than what she started with. And
Okay.
she's using some of it.
Okay, so what she's saying is 7/6. Galena, what you're saying is 7/6 is bigger than what she started with. And what did she start with? 1/7. Is that true, Summer? Is 7/6 bigger than 1/7? What is 7/6? How many make a whole there? 6/6. So an improper fraction, you have what in them? What do you have in improper fractions?
Big number on the whole number.
You have big number on top. Yes, what else? You have what in them?
A whole.
Everybody say what she just said.
A whole.
Holes. You have holes in them. Well, she just took a piece of a piece. So how could she get a hole? She didn't even have a hole to begin with, right? She's taking a piece of a smaller piece. So your answer is going to be bigger or smaller? Smaller. So this does not make sense. Does this make sense?
Yes.
Is 1 out of 42 smaller than...
Yes.
Yes. All right. Look at your answer on number 2. Would 6/7 make sense?
No.
No, because it's bigger than what we started with, 1/7. All right, what about C? No, because 42 whole yards, we only started with what? 1/7. Now D is the only one that makes sense. So if many of you could understand the problem or drew a picture, then you could have said A, B, and C doesn't even make sense or not reasonable. So on your EQT, I want you to do that. Do these make sense? And if you're not understanding what's going on, does a visual help you? Yes. Yes, Summer.